Okay, I believe my face cam is on. What is up, my fellow loonies? LoonFromNeptune here, bringing you another video, and it is currently about 1 AM, and I figured I'd get this out of the way before I go to sleep, just cause I felt like it. Anyway, today I'm going to be taking the political compass test, cause I thought that would be fun and interesting. I know not everyone's going to agree with me, so let me get this out there. You are entitled to your opinion, and I'm not trying to change anyone's mind at all. Everyone has the freedom to think what they want to think, and that's just how things are. I won't shame anyone in chat if they think differently. In fact, if they think differently and they want to talk to me about it, you can just send a thing in the live chat, or if you don't want to do it publicly, once again, if you haven't heard me say this a million times, my email's right there. So email me there if you want to talk about it there. I'll always be open for a discussion, but remember, please be civil. I'm not trying to cause any drama between anyone. So with that out of the way, I'm just going to open up the political compass test. I'm going to pull up a good result because I don't want to take a crappy short one, if you get what I mean. Anyway, let's see. No, that's bad. That's awful. Okay, we'll try that one. Maybe. Okay, that's the best website I can find. Anyway, let's go over here to drawing. Yes, here we go. Let's open up political compass. Here it is. Okay, I'm turning off my preview, so hopefully everything runs. Well, I just started a live too, sorry. All good, man. I understand. Talk about good timing, I guess. Feel free to do your live stream. I hope things go well for you. Anyway, yeah, have fun with that. I'm gonna try to have fun with this without hurting anyone's feelings. So, I took one of these a while back, so I'm curious to see where I am now. Alright, let's take a look. So, before taking the test, please note that this isn't a survey and these aren't questions. They're propositions. To question the logic of individual ones that irritate you is to miss the point. Some propositions are extreme and some are moderate. That's how we can show you whether you lean towards extremism or moderation on the compass. Your response should not be overthought. Some of them are intentionally vague. Their purpose is to trigger reactions in the mind, measuring feelings and prejudice rather than detailing options on policy. Okay. Yeah, remember, everyone, if you're watching this now and you're in the live chat, remember to be civil. Debate is absolutely fine. I have no problem with that. Do not bully anyone. We all have the right to express ourselves in any way we so please and think what we want to think. However, yeah, just try to be civil. It's just basic human understanding. You know, agree to disagree. It's something that my parents taught me. Anyway, just a few propositions to start with concerning no less how you see the country and the world. Okay, if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interest of transnational corporations. I actually, you know what, I strongly agree. If it is inevitable that economic globalization happens, then it should serve the purpose of helping humanity rather than corporation. I don't really feel like I have to explain why I feel that way. Humanity is what makes society run, not the corporations. So, I mean, yeah, whatever. I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong. I'm going to say strongly disagree on that one. And here's why. I am an American. I love my country. In fact, I love it a lot. However, I will hold it to high standards every time. Just because I like my country does not mean it is above criticism. No one and nothing is above criticism. Everything needs to be called out for its bad behavior. And, you know, sometimes you can't support every action. I'm not going to get into that right now, because that will show up in the political compass as we go along. But there's some things I don't agree with in government, and I don't always support my country. But, like, I love my country, and I'll fight to live in my country and make sure that it stays prosperous, but it'll never be perfect, and I'll never 100% support it. Anyway, no one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. Ooh, okay. That's an interesting one. Okay. They say not to really think about it, but I really do have to think about this one. So, no one chooses their country of birth. That's true. It's foolish to be proud of your country. I wouldn't say it's foolish to be proud of your country. I'd say it's foolish to not question your country and to put it on a high standard to the point where, oh, well, my country can do no wrong. My government is so good. The president can never do anything wrong. That's bad. That's when you go nationalist, that's bad. I think that's prideful. When you're prideful, it's kind of, but it's not bad to be. It's not foolish to be proud. So I'm gonna say disagree. It's true that people don't choose where they're born, and I do think it's foolish to think your country is the best. Even if it is, it's silly to think so. But I don't think it's foolish to be proud of something. Anyway, our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. Moving on. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I disagree with that statement. There's a lot of reasons why I disagree with it, but the short of it is, really, that's not how things work. The enemy of your enemy is your enemy's enemy. Like, okay, just because the person who's a dick to the person you think is a dick does not mean that that person is less of a dick and therefore is going to be friendly to you, right? Okay, let's use a bully as an example. A lot of bullies typically have a bully of some sort in terms of like either a parent or just another kid. In this case, we'll just say it's their parent. Their parent is a drunk, molesting piece of shit, and he abuses his kid in many different ways. Anyway, well, that kid bullies you by punching you, taking your money, all that good stuff. Now, oh, well, I'm going to team up with my friends or my enemy's enemy. oh, it turns out he's an abusive asshole too, so that went nowhere. Anyway, there's a lot to it, but that's the gist of it. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. I'm gonna say, because it says sometimes, I'll agree. I'm a bit of a pacifist when it comes to things. I really don't think war should be as prevalent as it is. I think war is silly, but I am in the believer of defending yourself, and you know, you gotta push back a little. You don't let the bully punch you in the gut and then kiss your sister. I don't know why I said that. That was weird. Anyway, sometimes you gotta punch their sister and then punch them. Yeah. Anyway, so most of the time I'll say no. But because it says sometimes, I'll press agree. Because there are cases where you have to, like, do what you gotta do. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I'm going to say strongly disagree, and here's why. Information and entertainment can go hand in hand perfectly without any problems, at least in my eyes. I think that information and entertainment go perfectly together. I think what is worrying is when misinformation gets combined with entertainment. That's icky. But when it's like, oh, I don't know, here's what's going on in current day America, or here's a biopic based on your favorite singer. That's information about something told in entertainment format. It's not worrying. It helps get more information out there. That's good. The more people that educate themselves, the better. I don't think everyone should base their information on entertainment, but like books are entertainment. Are books all of a sudden now worrying? You can't read a history book. That's entertainment. Ugh, that's stupid. Okay, yeah. You gotta do your research, but it's not wrong to look at an entertainment, like, you get what I'm saying. It's not inherently worrying that information is now being put into entertainment. I could go on about that, but yeah. Anyway, next page. This is going to take a second to load. Here, let me try this. Hi, look at my beautiful. Never mind, apparently you can watch the intro instead. Yeah, here's my face. Alright, cool. Back to the test. Here we are. Ooh, the economy part of things. This is going to be a bit more, okay, let's see. I try not to talk about politics too much, but I figured this was an interesting experiment, so let's give it a try. Anyway, people are ultimately divided more by class than nationality. Yes, I guess. At least I'm thinking in terms of like America. We have the worst like class divide out of any other country. Like, you know, high class, mid class, low class. It's shocking how big the numbers are in terms of being divided in class. Obviously, people will argue nationality, race, It's, yeah, no. I'm thinking, yeah, we're definitely more divided by wealth than by nationality, though the two kind of can tie together in a lot of ways. Moving on. I'll agree. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. I'm going to say strongly disagree. Inflation is a problem, but I think that people getting jobs is honestly a little more important. Like, people need money to survive, and if they can't get a job, then they're not going to be able to pay for the things that are getting inflated. So, I mean, I think both are equally important, but in terms of unemployment, I think people should focus on that maybe, and then I don't know. That's a hard one. So I'll just put disagree instead of strongly disagree. I'm not 100% sure on that. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. I'm going to say agree. Now, I'm kind of in a weird spot where I think that businesses should have quite a few liberties, but I also think that there's a lot of regulations that should be in place. Like, obviously, you should treat your employees with respect, and you should treat the environment and your land that you work on with respect. That's just kind of basic economics. If you're treating the land like shit, there's going to be less people to sell. Like, you see, like, if you fuck up the earth, then less people live on the earth. And, like, the less people live on the earth, the less people buy your product. Well, you could say, well, there's more people and things are worse. Yeah, but we haven't quite gotten to the level of, like, I don't know. I think some things require regulation, much like dress code, right? Like, if there's dress code in every single office space and profanity filters in every single business place, why should protecting the environment be any different? I don't know. From each according to his ability, to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. Disagree. I'm just going to say disagree. I'm not going to fully get into it. The freer the market, the freer the people. That's a good one. I guess, in a way, if there's more things on the market, there's more choice. And if there's more choice, there's more freedom? I don't know. So I guess I'll say agree. I don't quite get it, but yeah. Anyway, what's a free market? I'm kidding. It's fine. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled branded consumer product. I agree with that. Water is a human right and a natural resource, and the fact that it is now being sold to people is silly. People need water to live. You don't need Gatorade to live. So something like Gatorade, why are both of you guys streaming at 1? I'm streaming at 1 because I wanted to do something before I go to bed, and I thought this could be an interesting little side project. Like, people could discuss with me or debate with me if they wanted to, but really the point was just to experiment and see where I am. Anyway, I think Rylan is streaming because he wanted to stream and he was available, is my guess. Anyway, it's kind of funny how he started streaming exactly as I did. I didn't even notice until he came into the chat. Wait, hold up, are you not a moderator on my channel? Why are you not a moderator? There. You should be a moderator now. Hold up, let me switch to face cam. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'm heading back here. I'm going to continue to take the test. If you don't want to get into any political stuff, fake AK account, lol. That makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to keep doing my political compass. If you don't want to get political, then you can just watch or you can leave. Either one is fine. I will not be insulted. Or here, even if you want to debate, once again, that's fine. But try to keep things civil. Agree to disagree. Anyway, what was it? Yeah. Water should be just a given human right. So the fact that it's being sold is a sad reflection. I agree. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. I'm going to say disagree. I think that land should be sold and bought. Like more choice, I guess. Here's what I do have a problem with is not land being sold. It's humans taking up so much space, I guess. I guess that's kind of what the question is saying, is people take up space, so should more land be bought? I don't know. Like, if you buy a house, technically you're buying land in a way, because you own that bit of land, right? So, for that reason, I don't think it shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. But I do think that people should maybe stop taking up as much space as we do. We could fit every American citizen in Texas, and we live just fine. Anyway, moving on. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. I'm going to say agree. I'm not like saying tax the rich or anything. But what I am saying is that the fact that there are so many people that make dirty money, like out of whatever reason, I could give examples of who comes to mind, but to avoid getting too political. I mean, it's political compass test, but like to avoid causing outrage, I'm just going to leave it simple and say that it's people who manipulate money suck. And the fact that they don't do anything to help society, and that money isn't even really helping themselves, it's just so they can say, I have more money, so that they can make more money. So it's just an endless cycle of them making more money. I don't know, but I'm not like, tax the rich more, communism, yeah, anyway. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. I'm going to assume protectionism is like protection of a brand? Okay. Forgive my arrogance here. I'm going to Google it. And you can look at my beautiful face while I do so. The theory or practice of shielding a country's domestic industries from foreign competition by taxing imports. Okay. So it's protecting another country's industry by taxing other countries. So basically, we're the best, therefore we're taxing you. Yeah, so the question is necessary for trade? I disagree. I don't think it's necessary. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not necessary. It doesn't need to happen for trade to occur. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. I'm going to say I disagree, because while it is important for them to deliver their profits to the shareholders, I would argue that their biggest social responsibility is actually making a good product for the betterment of the people, and also making sure their employees are well taken care of, as, you know, that's the social thing. If all they're doing is giving wealth to wealthy people, that's not really a social activity, that's just business. So, anyway. The rich are too highly taxed. I strongly disagree. You might say that contradicts your whole don't like tax the rich thing. Yeah, I don't think the rich should be taxed more. I just don't think they're taxed enough. If you get what I mean, like they pay less than my mom does for taxes, and she's a middle class citizen. Once again, I could get into specifics, but like I think a lot of people can kind of get a grasp at who I'm talking about. Anyway, the rich are not too highly taxed. They're not taxed enough. They should at least pay an equal amount, which they do not. And for that reason, it's silly. Like, they don't have to be taxed more, but at least be taxed the same amount. They're not taxed enough, though. Anyway, that was where I'm going. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Okay, this is where things get a bit trickier. So, medical care, like, this is where a lot of people will debate is whether medical care should be provided by the state and government or whether it should be a free market and be basically just a business. That's what medical care is. Hospitals are not there for your medical needs. I mean, they do that. That's what they do. And admittedly, they'll treat you even if you don't have the money, but you'll go in debt. And at the end of the day, their main goal is to make a profit. That's what a business sets out to do. And since hospitals are businesses, there you go. I think healthcare, much like food and water, is a given human right. People shouldn't deserve to die just because they're poor. Well, just work harder. Yeah, that's not how that works. A lot of people can't just pay for things or work hard. Like, minimum wage workers make everything run, and yet they're not paid enough to even buy, like, an apartment for the month. Unless they have a roommate. That's kind of the state of things. So, yeah, where I'm going with this is medical care should be a given right to people. However, I don't think it should be regulated by government, because the more control the government has, the worse. Is kind of the thing. You need to know a balance of what the government should control and dictate and what it shouldn't. And in case of my medical procedures, I don't think that should be a government controlled thing. But I do think that it's just a given right. So I'm going to say disagree. People who pay more should not get higher medical care. While it is true currently that people with more money do get better medical care, I think everybody should get the same amount of treatment regardless of how poor they are. Because it's just a human right to live, you know? If you think that people should die because they're poor, I'm sorry, that's just a dick thing to think. Governments should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Alright, here we go. This is another one. This is whether businesses should have complete freedom or whether government should regulate businesses. It's like, well, if they regulate one thing, who's saying they won't regulate everything? I think in this case, penalizing a business that lied to the public, yeah, I strongly agree with that. And here's why. Okay, so let's say you bought a car that advertised itself as a self-driving car. It said it could drive on its own. You don't need to touch the wheel, the brakes, or the gas pedal. You just press the autopilot button and it drives for you. Now, here we go. What if I told you that this wasn't actually the case and the actual car itself, its quote-unquote autopilot, was just an auto brake feature. Like it's a cruise mode, so it'll keep the same speed limit and it will make sure there's no one to your side, but it can't drive on its own. And if you are not touching the wheel or the gas or the brakes, you will die. And let's just say thousands of people buy this car and they end up in serious incidents because they were like, oh, it's a self-driving car. Sweet, I don't have to touch the wheel. And they die. Yeah, absolutely, they should be penalized for that. If not by the government, at least by a courtroom. That's just basic stuff, anyway. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predatory multinationals to create monopolies. I'm gonna say disagree, maybe? Let me think about it. So, a free market requires restrictions to make sure big companies, basically, can't own everything. So, let's say, okay, so in order for there to be a film industry, a genuine film industry, there needs to be restrictions in place so Disney cannot own every single franchise ever. Yeah, I'm gonna say disagree. I don't think monopolies inherently are evil. I mean, I think there kind of comes a... I'm tied on this one. So I'll just say disagree, but note that I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure where I stand. Anyway, look at my face again. Hi. Changing pages. This is just so things work properly. Okay, welcome back. We're now on page 3. Let's look at some personal social values. Now this one, oh boy, this is where things probably get really interesting. I don't have any dropped frames, do I? Okay, fine. We're fine. Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. I disagree. Strongly disagree. I think that abortion should always be legal, and regardless of if the woman's life is not threatened. And I could go way in depth on this issue, because abortion is not just a black and white, pro-life, pro-choice thing. There's so many layers and gray areas that no one cares to look at. But I'm going to leave it as simple as this. There's so many factors that go into it. It's just better for it to be legal than it is to be illegal. Like street abortions, like illegal street operated abortions without a proper doctor's license are, it's just better that they're legal. And that's one of the reasons why I could go so fucking far into it. But I think there needs to be systems in place to help those in need, because not everyone can raise a child physically, emotionally, mentally, So even if their body and their life is not in danger, it's just not. Okay. It's a big issue. I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to get too deep. If you think that abortion should be illegal, that's your choice to believe. I'm not going to stop you. I think you're in the wrong, but remember, the thing is, we're allowed to disagree. And we live in a country where it's best we have a good discussion and debate on how we solve these issues rather than scream and yell at each other. You're a bigot, you're an idiot, you're a conservative alt-right Nazi asshole, and you're a fascist Democrat pig who probably liked Stalin a little too much. There's a lot of stuff that kind of goes into play. So we're allowed to disagree on this issue. We're going to move on. All authority should be questioned. I agree. Regardless of what party they are, regardless of what government position they are, everyone in any shape or form is allowed, or everyone should be questioned. That's just the way it works, all right? If people question you, the people, to get a job, then why should we not question our political officials to run the country? If what they're doing is not in our best interest, the people's best interest, we're allowed to talk out about that. It's in our First Amendment. It's, we're allowed to question all authority. And the fact that people think because they're in such a high position, they should not be questioned. Did you guys know you sound just like Adolf Hitler and the rest of World War II Germany? If you don't question your political officials and instead just, they'll do what's in my best interest, that never works. I'll give an example. When Trump was elected, I questioned the shit out of everything he did. And now that Biden was elected, I still question stuff that he does, even though I feel more at peace with him as president. I don't agree with either of the candidates on a lot of things. Let's just say that. Based on where I am, or where I remember I was on the political compass last time, like months ago, I'm not really I don't really agree with either one of them, but Biden seemed a little more, let's just say, tame in comparison. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, he's perfect, leave him be. I'm still going to question his actions. It's a simple thing. Anyway, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Sure, why not? Gotta punch someone in the face if they punch you in the gut. Why not? Yeah, there I say why not. Only time I think really violence is necessary. But even then, you could easily resolve the issue by just being pacifist. Anyway. But sometimes, you just gotta, not all the time, just sometimes. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. I strongly agree with that, and here's why. Once again, theaters and museums are businesses, not like public affairs, right? Like, taxpayer dollars should go to education. They should go into roads. They should go into like our capital, like our police chiefs, our firefighters, our medical, that's taxpayer money should go to the essentials to living in the society we do. We do not need theaters to operate as a society, and we do not need museums. Well, museums have history. Yeah, well, guess what? If a museum goes out of business, do you want to know what they're going to do with all of those items? Sell them to other museums. So if a museum goes out of business, it's not the end of the world. Those items still exist, and they will still be in other museums. So at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. My taxpayers don't need to go to it. History's not going anywhere. And as for theaters don't fucking teach history. They're fucking drama. They're places to perform. I mean, sure, education can be told in entertainment, like I said. But it's not the same thing in this case. It's literally like, it's not really official. Yeah, whatever. You get my point. It's business. Businesses should not be covered by taxpayer money. I don't care what businesses it is. It shouldn't. It just shouldn't. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. Yeah, okay. So basically, what they're saying is schools should not make attendance required. Alright, here's where things go. I hate the American education system. I could go super fucking in depth as to why, but I'm going to potentially save that for a video. I think that education is important though, so for that reason, I'm going to say disagree. School should make attendance compulsory, but the problem is what they force you to do in the classroom is just silly. So as like where we are currently, I'd say I agree, but as a whole, I think disagree. If they had just taught you how to pay your taxes, how to file for a mortgage, how to cook basic meals, how to apply for a job, stuff like that, I think, yeah, that they should totally make attendance required if you want to human 101. That's just basics, okay? People gotta know how to live in a world, but because of the way things are, yeah, at least in my country, I'm gonna say they shouldn't make it required as whatever. I'll disagree. All people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. That's called segregation. You know, do you remember the Civil Rights Movement? Slavery? 13th Amendment? No? None of those? Where we liberated people, gave them more freedoms, stopped treating them differently because of other reasons. They should be on their... Yeah, segregation, fuck that shit. I disagree. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. No, good parents do not have to spank their children. It's not a trait of a good parent. I don't see how that's political. That's parenting advice. If you think that hitting your child is good parenting, I'm sorry, you're an asshole. Well, discipline's important. Yeah, but fucking hitting your children is never okay, even if it's on the butt. Alright? Just no. That doesn't make you a good parent. That just makes you an asshole. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. This is true. I agree. It is completely natural for people to keep secrets from other people, not just children from their parents. I don't tell my friends everything. I highly doubt some of my friends tell me everything. That's just the way things are. People keep secrets, and it's perfectly healthy and normal. It's better to get your secret out. Shut up, okay? Don't be a snoop. Leave your child to their privacy. It is a basic human given that everyone deserves privacy. You don't see me putting security cameras in your bathroom because I think you might be masturbating to pornography when you're dating me, and you could be having sex with me. That's an invasion of your privacy. If that's something you want to keep to yourself, keep that to your fucking self. Do the same thing with your kids. If you have the same standards for adults, have the same for your kids. Anyway, possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. I agree. Okay, let me get this out there. Marijuana is not good for you. It is not. It is not as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. However, thinking that, oh yes, is so fantastic. It should be perfectly legal. It's not unhealthy. My parents spanked me, then they hugged me afterwards. I do actually think he is a great dad for that because I know he doesn't want to do it. Okay, that's a genuinely good point to bring up. Now, I'm not saying... I guess I was... I was exaggerating. You're not an asshole because you hit your kids. I mean, there's context. I don't think necessarily everyone who spanks is a bad parent, but I do think it doesn't make you a good parent, is what I'm saying. Spanking is not inherently a good parent trait. It's a parent thing, you could say. It makes kids realize they can't get away with bad things. That's kind of a tricky thing because a lot of people think discipline is what teaches people not to misbehave. But all it really takes is to say no and to be stern and explain why things are the way it is. But yeah, I don't think spanking makes you a good parent, but I don't think spanking makes you a bad parent. I should say that, I guess. I think I exaggerated a little. I know I exaggerated a little, so sorry. But yeah, once again, keeping things civil, we are allowed to disagree. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, with marijuana. It's not good for you, but if cigarettes are perfectly legal, and if alcohol is perfectly legal, and those can do just as bad things to you, then I don't see why marijuana or cocaine shouldn't be legal either. Obviously, if you're doing them in a safe place, in a safe environment, and you're not overdoing it, what you do is what you do, I guess. I think it should not be a criminal offense. However, I don't think people under the age of 18 should get their hands on weed because they're not adults yet and they don't quite get the effects it can do to you. The human brain doesn't develop until age 25, and marijuana messes with brain development. That's just a fact. But I don't think it should be I don't think it should be illegal to have marijuana. That's where I'm going with that. Anyway, the prime function of schooling should be to equip future kids or future generation to find jobs. I'm going to say disagree. I think the primary function of schooling should be to educate, not to teach for jobs. get people ready for the world, maybe. So I think finding jobs is a part, but I definitely don't think it is the prime function. The prime function should be preparing you for adulthood, teaching you the basics, everything you need to know. You need to know addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, some basic algebra. You need to know your history. You need to know your science. Those are just given things. You need to know those things. But do you really need to know trigonometry? No. The point is, like, once you get to high school, you kind of already know what you want to do. So I think it's important that they help you in case you don't know where you want to go. So in that case, yeah, but it's not its prime function. Its prime function should be to educate you, get you ready to live in the real world. So like, that's why I say the school system is flawed in what it makes required. The fact that it doesn't teach you how to pay your taxes or how to cook a basic meal. You can say, well, your parents should do that. No. Okay? While it is true that your parents could tell you how to cook food, you know, sometimes parents just, like earlier, are just assholes, okay? I'm not gonna say, like, there's a lot of parents who just dick. Okay, some classes should be optional, like fucking chemistry. I hate chemistry. That exactly. Once you get to a certain level, it's just like, this is not really necessary for basic understanding. I think it's like good to know some basic, like, how to take care of the environment and how physics work and how to measure. But once you kind of get to these redundant levels, it was like, okay, you can stop. A science they should focus on more is puberty and sexual health. They don't focus on that enough, and that's arguably one of the most important things in regular adult life. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think it's primary function to teach kids how to find a job or equip them to find a job. Its primary function should be to educate and to get them ready for the world. So finding jobs is part of it. People with serious inheritable diseases should not be allowed to reproduce. Oh, yes. Because we think they're gross. They should not be allowed to have children. Let's remove their liberties and their freedoms. Strongly disagree. That's not how that works. People have the right to do what they want to do in a free nation. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Wrong, wrong, wrong. This is not the fucking industrial revolution. Industrial revolution where everyone worked in factories and as a result needed to know how to be disciplined. These days you can be a professional chair warmer as a career. Not even kidding. That is a real job. Chair warming. For that reason, you don't need discipline. Once again, you need to know the basics of real world stuff. But if the most important thing to learn as a child is listen to what you're told, don't question your authority, or else you'll get a beating. That's just stupid. No. That's not the quality of a free nation is where I'm getting. Children they should not try to focus primarily on discipline. Obviously, get your child ready for the real world. That is the most important thing for children to learn, is how to be an individual. It's not that hard, guys. There are no savage or civilized societies. There are only different cultures. That's kind of an oddly phrased question. I guess it is true. There's really no such thing as, well, that society is just a bunch of savages, and these people are a bunch of civilized people. It is different culture. But the way it was phrased kind of made it sound like, I don't know. So I'm gonna say, I agree. Whatever, moving on. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. Disagree, and here's why. I think it's shitty that people will refuse to work, right? But once again, this comes down to do people deserve to die? I think, once again, they shouldn't like just expect society to make them a rich man. That's ridiculous. But they should at least have the essential supplies to live: food, water, a place to stay, like a place to sleep, and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that's fine, but that person is an asshole. They don't deserve all the money in the world. They should just... It's kind of funny how the people who can work are typically the rich people. Like, I don't see Jeff Bezos out in the fields or coal mines. I'm sure he could do that. I mean, come on. He should not refuse the opportunity. He shouldn't expect society's money. You see, kind of like how that... I don't know. Where was I going with that? I think my point was, I disagree that people shouldn't get the support, but that person is an asshole. Moving on. You know what? I'll just say agree. I've convinced myself. This person shouldn't expect society's support, but they should not die because they're a fucking asshole. So I agree, but person should not die. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with cheerful things. Strongly disagree. Hiding your emotions only creates more conflict internally, and as a result, creates even bigger problems. If you are troubled, seek help and talk openly about your problems. And if people don't want to hear it, well, they're allowed to say no, but so don't force things on them. But also find someone else to talk to, because if those people aren't going to listen, there is someone out there who will. They will help you with your problems. For example, if you're depressed, that's your trouble. Talk to a therapist. Don't hide it and say it's better not to think about it. I could give examples of people who sat on things. I'm just going to say me. I'm a prime example. For a few years, instead of confronting my depression and anxiety head on, I was like, nope, pretend that you're happy. Just act happy all the time. Put on this persona. The show must go on. I'm a goofy, wacky guy. And what ended up happening is I attempted to kill myself because I was not expressing my emotions enough. I was holding it deep down inside me. Thus, when you're filling up a glass of water, sometimes you have to stop. You have to pour out the excess water because otherwise it'll overflow. That's my analogy. You gotta prevent the glass from overflowing. You gotta let out that fluid. Anyway, first generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country. I strongly disagree. And I'm not like, immigrants, like, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what was I saying? I think people are smarter than you think. They can fully integrate just fine, so long as they have a basic understanding of how said society works. Really, it's not like, well, you're not from here, so you can't learn anything. Okay, if a fucking baby can learn English in just a few short years, who's saying that an immigrant can? A not native English speaker or someone who is from a different country. It's a stupid thing. If you educate yourself, you can fully integrate, and it can take a very short period of time, actually. That's a silly question. Anyway, what's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for us all. I think this question is trying to trick me. Here's why. So, I think corporations should look out for people, but I think they should be looking out for their employees. And if they're making a product, their product should be user friendly. But when a corporation is ultimately controlling everything, it's for the good of everybody that we are in control of everything. It's the good for all of us that we just let the corporations handle things. Did you guys not pay attention in English class in the dystopia unit? Or did you read George Orwell's 1984? Corporations controlling the people is a scary thing. Same thing as government. So, disagree. I could be totally misinterpreting that question, but it feels like it's a trick. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. I agree, and here's why. It's the same thing as all the others. At the end of the day, broadcasting is typically just a business, right? Like, is Cartoon Network for the betterment of the people? No. Okay. I guess it doesn't deserve your taxpayer dollars because it's a corporate. It's not what public fund. I'm uneducated, so let me take a look. What is public funding? Public funding. Look at my face. Hi. Under presidential public funding program, eligible presidential candidates receive federal government funds to pay for qualified expenses of their. Okay, so public funding in this case is. All right. Yeah. I'll just say agree. Moving on. Drawing. Actually, no. Stay on my face. We're going on to the next page. All right. Welcome back. We're taking the test. Woo. All right. Let's see. And how you see the wider society. Great. Our civil liberties are being exclusively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. I agree. And all you have to do is take a look at America post 9/11. George Orwell's 1984 is a good read for people who want to educate themselves on this type of thing. Basically, terrorism happens and the government's like, we gotta sacrifice people's freedoms in order to prevent terrorism. And that never works out. So I agree. Our civil liberties are curbed a lot for counterterrorism. Like, just look at, like, water bottles on airplanes. Or anal cavity searches before riding an airplane. The point is, we stopped him. I'm kidding. The point is, it happens all the time. Our liberties are sacrificed for counterterrorism. Like, was it not the NRA, the NSA, the NSA when Edward Snowden came out and revealed their secrets, how they were spying on people online in order to prevent terrorism, basically saying, well, your internet privacy doesn't matter, we're preventing terrorism. Yeah, no. So you can look back to, like, just 8 years ago and find stuff like that. So for that reason, I'll say agree. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all arguments that delays progress in a democratic political system. Strongly disagree, and here's why. I'm going to use the conservatives and, like, Republicans in general. So here we have, like, authoritarian right and libertarian right. Well, at least this is my right. For you guys, it's here. Anyway, just imagine this is the right. So these two, while both right-leaning, right? This person believes in government regulation. This guy believes in free control of the market. Like, just free, it's like no control at all. Government doesn't control anything versus government controls everything. These people will not agree on issues, even though, well, technically they're on the same party. That's kind of why this kind of stuff do not work. do not work. Yeah, there will always be fights, regardless. That's just how things work. Arguments will always happen. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. I strongly disagree, once again. Well, I'm going to put some cameras in your bathroom, okay? I mean, you shouldn't have to worry unless you're building a bomb in there. You shouldn't have to worry about us watching you take a shit, piss, and cum and bath and all that stuff, because it's for the safety of the people. And you're not doing anything wrong, are you? So what are you worried about? Oh, I don't know, maybe my fucking liberty? It's that simple. People... Privacy is important. And the fact that people still debate whether or not the government should surveillance your internet activity and say, well, unless you're doing something wrong, you shouldn't have to worry. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, the death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Strongly disagree. I am strongly against the death penalty, regardless of the crime. And that's just because, okay, well, let's take Ted Bundy as an example. He was put to death for killing many people. Many people, including children, and it was mostly women, but he killed adult women, teenage women, and children. So Ted Bundy fucking sucked, okay? But okay, we're gonna punish the guy who killed people by killing him. That's justice, guys. Murder in murder. Yeah, we're so much different from Ted Bundy because we're killing a bad guy. Killing is still killing. Nowhere in our laws does it say that killing is like, there's specific, okay, well, this is technically not killing. Oh, you know, you might have shot that guy, but technically you didn't kill him. There's nothing like that. So, fuck, the death penalty should not be an option. Just, I always kind of, I don't know. Same reason I think cancel culture is stupid. I could get onto that in a second. I think there's a question about rehabilitation. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to obey and people... Nope. Totalitarianism. Do I need to say more? That's how you have North Korea. One person is above everybody. Everybody else must listen to the one person. No. Right? Okay. If President Biden told you to take a gun and shoot your wife, and if you didn't, you would go to jail. Like, does that... Okay, well, he's the president, so it's okay. No. Alright, if Trump does it, same story. That shit's fucking dumb. No. It's not a civilized society if one person is in control and everyone else is just a servant and must obey. That's totalitarianism. Oh, that's why the question is there, though. That is why the question is there. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. Strongly disagree. And here's why. By definition, art is creative expression. So therefore, no matter how abstract, if it doesn't represent anything, as long as it is creative and it is expression of creativity, it is technically art. You want to know what else is art? TV remote. What does this represent? Remote. I don't fucking know. Someone built a device that would hook up to their TV and was like, yeah, that's a creative idea, but it doesn't represent anything, so it's not art. Yeah, that's... Okay, well, let's think about music, for example. If music is literally like, okay, I'm just gonna write a song that's happy, but literally there's nothing like to represent at all. It's just a happy sounding song. That's no longer a song, guys. That's just happy music. Yeah, no, art is art regardless of how abstract it is. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Strongly disagree. There's a lot of reasons why people can always get better. They have to work hard. I don't know. I do know, but I'm tired and I just want to get through this. I disagree that punishment is above rehabilitation. Rehabilitation should always be try number one. Punishment should always be the last resort. It is a waste of time to try and rehabilitate some criminals. I'd say yes, technically. However, going back here, it's still number one. Yeah. Some people are probably not worth it, but because they're humans, they deserve their rights too. So if everyone is treated equally, if everyone is equal, then you have to treat everyone equally. So I'll agree, yes, it probably is a waste of time to rehabilitate some criminals, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try, because they have the right to. Anyway, the business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. I disagree, and once again, here's why. It is as simple as the business person is the business side of things. They didn't make the art. So they're not the most important. Okay, everybody's important in it, right? The business person has to sell the thing. The manufacturer has to manufacture the thing. However, the artist and the writer made the thing. They are the most important part. Without them, the thing doesn't exist. Thus, the business person doesn't have business and the manufacturer has nothing to manufacture. So saying they're more important is wrong. The writer and the artist are, because without them, the whole thing doesn't work. It just falls apart. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. No. This somehow do we live in the 1920s where women couldn't vote and they had to stay at home and take care of kids? No. Women can get any job, even if they're mothers, regardless. What are you saying? The dad is incapable of watching the kid? That's stupid, okay? My father is the primary caretaker of my baby brother, and my stepmom is the one making the money. My regular mom doesn't have a significant other. She gets the dough. She still has time for us and making the, but you get what I mean. It's not their first duty. Yeah, that's a stupid mindset. That's very old-fashioned. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plants and genetic resources of developing countries. This is true, just look into Nestle. Moving on. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Disagree, not necessarily. Sometimes the best option is just to ignore it. Literally, I'm not saying ignore your feelings. What I'm saying is sometimes the best thing to do and the most mature thing to do is realize that it will never work out. You're gonna have to move on. It's really that simple. Okay, I had a few abusive and just asshole friends that I don't call friends anymore. I didn't make peace with them. I just told them, yeah, I'm done with this. And guess what? I feel fine. I honestly rarely think about them unless I am talking about them, which is actually very rare. Yeah, so I don't think it's an important aspect of maturity. I think sometimes the mature thing to do is just let go. That doesn't devalue making peace. Making peace is just fine. In fact, being peaceful, all good, but Anyway, face cam. Look at my pretty face. Hello, it's me and my pretty face. Welcome back. Let's finish this test. Woo, we have 2 more pages. Okay. If you got that, okay, you'll find these propositions on religion. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to try to be careful here because I don't want to insult anyone's religion or lack of religion. Astrology accurately explains many things. Already off to a great start. You know what? Fuck astrology. It's not a science. It's a belief. And it's, in case people aren't aware of what astrology is, astrology is like the star signs like Pisces, Cancer, etc., etc. So like, hold on, I'm curious. I'm gonna go to Facecam real quick. Hi. What star sign am I? Yeah, what is my zodiac sign? Okay. Hi. Let's take a look. We're going to this crappy website. God, I hate this. I was born on March 5th, 2004. I don't know why it keeps saying 2006. Oh, okay. I could just do this. Come on. I'm going to put in all the settings while you guys look at my face. Hi. Look at my pretty face. What is my zodiac sign? Okay. I pressed it. Okay. So it tells me I'm a Pisces. Tell me about Pisces, okay? What are Pisces known for? We'll see how many are correct. Strongly agree, disagree. Okay. Look at my face again. Look at my face. Hi. I have a pretty face. Don't I? It's lovely. I should probably shave. But regardless, look at my face. It is beautiful. Just show me what Pisces have. Anyway, load. I have a feeling this is where the encoding's gonna suck. Great. We're still looking at my face, right? Yes, we're still looking at my face. Hi. Alright. Here we go. Welcome back. Let's take a look at what it says about me. So, quality, mutable, mauve, lilac, purple, okay, purple technically is I like red and blue equally, so I say purple's my favorite color, but really it's red and blue. Anyway, yeah. Thursday. Ruler Neptune. Oh no. Oh no. Guys. I guess I can't question astrology now. It's all real. I'm kidding. Fucking astrology is dumb. That's just odd coincidence that I'm Loon from Neptune and my ruler is Neptune. But it's also Jupiter. See how, like, it's vague. It's just like, aha, look at these two. Close. Astronomy is the science to believe, not astrology. Astrology is not a science. Anyway, we're going to close that tab because we don't need it. Greatest overall compatibility, Virgo and Taurus. I don't care. Lucky numbers. None of those are my lucky numbers. My lucky number is 25. Because it's 5 times 5. So, haha, fuck you. Date range, February 19th to March 20. Yeah, okay. So let's see, my strengths are compassionate, artistic, intuitive, gentle, wise, and musical. Sure, technically I have some of these. However, do you want to know something interesting? This is merely fucking coincidence. It would be like, okay, Well, you were born under the star sign the bees. If you look up and you see just a bunch of specks, you found the bees. You're probably a human, probably have emotions, probably like some things and dislike others, probably had at least one interaction with another person. You are likely to have farted at least once. Let's see, compassionate. Sure. Artistic. Sure. Intuitive. Meh. Gentle. No. Wise. I wouldn't say wise. I'd say I'm a fucking idiot. Musical. So you could say, well, look, it's 3 out of all. That's not how that works. You could these traits can describe literally anyone. Literally anyone. Like I said, artistic is just creative expression, and if creative expression is expression of self, blah blah blah, it's everyone's a fucking Pisces, I guess. Anyway, weaknesses: fearful, not really. Overly trusting, definitely not. In fact, I'm usually quite skeptical. Sad, definitely not. Do I look sad? Desire to escape reality. Loon from Pisces. Oh my god. Yeah, no. I do not desire to escape reality. Can be a victim or a mater? Martre? I don't know. I am not a victim. Pisces like being alone. Sometimes. You see what I mean? Everybody likes being alone. Not all the time, but everybody likes being alone. Sometimes. It's a question of, do you recharge your batteries being alone or being with other people? It's silly. Sleeping. I don't particularly like sleeping. I mean, I wish I got better sleep, and when I'm asleep, you know, usually I'm quite satisfied because I'm not even fucking thinking, oh boy, this sleep sure is great. I don't like sleep. I just have to, or else I'll die. Music. Fucking everybody likes music. Romance. This person likes romance. Who would have thought that people liked romance? Visual media. That can describe fucking anything and anyone. Swimming. That's a little more specific, but still. Spiritual themes. No. I do enjoy swimming. I do enjoy visual media. Very specific kinds. I don't just enjoy visual media in general. Romance, I don't really enjoy romance as a whole. I would enjoy being romantic with somebody, maybe. But romance as a whole is oh, I love it. But you know what? That could describe every human on Earth. 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 And every human on Earth. And that's why I could go on. It's literally... It's all right there. It's just vague enough to describe you. So you say, oh my god, that's real. That's true. I'm like that. Let's see. Know-it-all. That's my dislike. I don't dislike know-it-alls. I think they're stupid and silly, but I don't dislike them. Being criticized. I love being criticized. I wish I was criticized more. The past coming back to haunt you. They know too much. I'm kidding. Cruelty of any kind. Everyone hates cruelty. All right, I'm getting out of this. It's oh my god, Pisces got some shit to sort out. For real. Oh my god, apparently I gotta sort my shit out. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna say strongly disagree because what they're it doesn't explain anything. It's coincidence. Astronomy explains things because it's a fucking science. Astrology is a fucking practice. It's a belief. It's a pseudoscience. It is not real. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it's not real. It's up to people to choose. But it's silly, okay? I'm sorry. That was quite a start. I told people I was going to be nice and that I wasn't going to insult their beliefs. But you know what? It's fucking hard because this was stupid. You cannot be I'm moving on. You cannot be moral without being religious. Strongly disagree. It goes without saying that anyone can be moral and anyone can be immoral. Look at a lot of Christian. Has 2 more pages to get through, spends 1 page time on 1 question. Bingo. This is why I love being a YouTuber. I talk unnecessarily about how fucking long and stupid things are for a really long time for no reason when I could just be doing something else with my time. But hey, it gives people clips to watch, I guess. Anyway, yeah. You can be moral without being religious. Take this from someone who actually is not. I'm not religious. I'm faithful, I guess you could say, because I don't believe in a god. But I'm not atheistic. Let's put that out there. I'm not an atheist. But I think it's rather silly that people think that morality is based on religion. That's not how that works. I could actually argue that in a lot of cases it's the other way around. But that's not all the time. In fact, that number is significantly smaller. So when people are like, Christians suck, I'm like, okay, well, you're generalizing. It would be like if I said, white people are. It's like, stop. Anyway, women are, men are. Anyway, charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping general disadvantaged. I disagree. I don't think charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping people. I could get deep into it, or I could just say that's what I think. Some people are naturally Wait, hold up. What does this have to do with religion? What does this have to do with... Whatever. Some people are naturally unlucky. Not true. Luckiness is not based on genetics at all or nature. Luck is not a thing you can measure. It is once again, it is a practice. It is a theory. It's not even a theory. It's a hypothesis. So like you could say, oh, I got really lucky when I got this on Amazon in time. Oh, I was unlucky. I couldn't get the PS5 in time. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that naturally you are a lucky or unlucky person. It just means you were lucky or unlucky in said case. So naturally, no, that's not how that works. It is important that my child's school instills religious... No, separation of church and state. I'll say it every time. People can practice their religion in their own home and in public, right? I don't think people should not be allowed to express their religious beliefs. Do it whenever the fuck you want. But school is not about religious preaching. That's what church is for. It's not a hard concept to grasp, guys. Church and school, church and state, 2 separate things. Our First Amendment says that you can believe anything you want. But also, guess what? Religion doesn't control government because otherwise you would be sacrificing that liberty to choose what religion you want. And for that reason, I don't really think it is important that schools instill religious values. If it's a private school and that is what it does, it preaches religion and school, whatever, that's fine. But public education, that's not what makes it an important system. But religion, if it's important to you, cool. Is it important for your education? No. Anyway, moving back to my beautiful face so that it can load properly. Hi, welcome to my face. It's pretty. Welcome back. We're taking the test. Finally, a look at sex. Yes! Boobs! I'm kidding. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Sex outside... Off to a great start. Sex outside of marriage is usually immoral. No, sex and morality have nothing to do with each other. I don't know why that's a question anyone would ask. Or even... I mean, it's not a question. That's a phrase. That's a statement. Welcome to my face. Exactly. It's pretty. Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. That's wrong. That's not how that works. Once again, if people don't want to have sex before marriage, that's their decision. In fact, I'm one of those people who will probably wait until I'm comfortable around someone. Maybe not till marriage, but till I'm comfortable with someone. But it doesn't make people immoral because they want to have sex outside marriage. What makes people immoral is when they want to have sex unconsensually. That's immoral. But that's not the same thing as sex or premarital sex. Disagree. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. I agree. I think that same-sex couples should be held to the same standards as other couples. Like, all couples are the same. Couples, as a whole, it's guys, come on. This is America. Everyone is treated equally. Either everyone is or no one is. So if you think that same sex should be treated differently, you should want to have sex because you love them, not because you just are horny. Yeah, I agree with that statement. But once again, that doesn't match moral. It just equals control, I guess. I agree, though. People should want to have sex because of emotional feeling and love, not because of, yeah. But even then, that's their choice. Like, that's their choice. I personally want to have sex with people that I love, not with people that I just find sexually attractive. But it's not about morality, and that's kind of why I think this is a stupid question. But this is just a kind of, it's not like, I don't know. It's not immoral to have sex outside marriage. It's just, anyway, yeah, same-sex couples should be held to the same standard as heterosexual couples, or any couples. All couples are the same. That's just how it works. We live in a free country, guys. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. I agree, because if it's between consenting adults, pornography is fine. It's, I mean, take this from someone who had a porn addiction and will probably, I've tried to cut back. I had a really bad porn addiction when I was younger, and this is coming from a 17-year-old. Like, I was 13 and I was watching like 5 videos a day. It was not good for me, and I did some stuff that I regret because it was shitty. Anyway, and that's all because pornography was like, it put this false perception on me. But once again, should be legal for the adult population, for people who understand those concepts, not for children. And between consenting adults, so long as they are consenting and it is a fantasy and not a reality, it is not a problem. But as long as it's consenting and for adults. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. Agree. Okay? This is just a given, alright? If it's none of the government's business how a business is run, why should where your penis goes matter, okay? It's like, between consenting adults, it is no business of the state at all. Between unconsenting adults, yeah, then you get involved, because then it becomes a legal issue. But if they're two consenting adults in the privacy of their own home, unless they have a warrant, yeah, no, they have no business there. Anyway, yeah, consenting adults, not business of the state. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Strongly disagree. I was bisexual my entire life. It was not a choice. It was very natural. I didn't recognize it until I was older. But when I was 5, I felt attraction to other boys my age, and sometimes boys even older than me. And same thing for girls. I felt attraction to women and girls around my age, or sometimes above my age. I mean, I didn't. That doesn't mean I wanted to get touched by people above my age, or people not by my age at that point. But you get what I mean. I felt attraction. I just didn't know that I was bisexual. Like, I hadn't realized it yet, but I totally was. I could go in depth as to why, but I'd rather keep those details to myself so that you can sleep at night. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. Disagree. I think that openness about sex is actually way more healthy. And here's what I mean. I think discussing healthy sex relationships is a good way to teach kids, not kids, you get what I mean, to teach people how a healthy sexual relationship works. Openness about it helps start conversations like that. It's just healthy all around. Taboos are never really good for anybody. Right? Like, okay, you could say, I'm not comfortable talking about that right now. I don't want to talk about what sex position you're into. That's perfectly reasonable. I'm not saying that people can't say that. If you're uncomfortable with how open people are about sex around you, perfectly fine. Just tell them you feel uncomfortable and you don't have to talk about it. But I don't think it's gone too far. In fact, I'd say it's not gone far enough. Openness about sex is a very important discussion. It is. People need to talk about how healthy relationships and sexual relationships work. Otherwise you get STDs or unwanted pregnancies or rape. You gotta talk about sex openly if you want to prevent issues like this from happening. And that's why I don't think it's gone too far, though I could understand if people felt uncomfortable talking about said issues. Anyway, let's see where I stand. I'm going to switch over to my face again so that it loads. Oh, that was not my face. Hi, welcome to my face. Okay, it's loaded, I think. Wait, nope, it's still loading. Okay. Let it load. Let it load, let it load, let it load. Welcome back. Woohoo! Let's do this thing. Let's see where I am on the political... Okay. So here's the scale in case you're curious. So you have authoritarian left and right and libertarian left and right. So typically if you're more libertarian, they'll say you're more anarchist-like. Kinda, yeah. Sure. Anyway, so this is an economic one. Left and right is based on... That's what she said. I was hoping someone would say that's what she said. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so this is like communism, Marxism, such and such. Whereas this is capitalism. Anyway, socialism is usually like right here. But yeah. Or at least this is democratic socialism. This is socialism. And then this is like, do you think the government should control everything? Or do you think the government should not control everything? So my guess is I'm going to be right about here. Just about there. That's my guess. Alright, and then, okay, here we go. We can look at where a lot of people, like famous people, let's say, Stalin, aka the well-known communist guy, USSR, he is very authoritarian left, like, ooh, communism. And then here you have Hitler, who is he's a little close to centralist in terms of economics, whereas he is very authoritarian in like fascism and like he's up here to fascism. I mean, that goes without saying. Anyway, Thatcher right here, more right than Hitler, a little less authoritarian, but still authoritarian. Here's Friedman, very right, more right than Thatcher. Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced, but definitely more libertarian. And then here's Gandhi. So my guess is I'm going to be below Gandhi in terms of libertarianism, but I have a feeling I'm going to be around the same level of left, maybe. Anyway, let's figure it out. Oh, interesting. I'm actually kind of I'm really surprised by that. Okay, so apparently I am right here. I'm closer to centralist than I thought. I thought it was going to be more left-leaning. I guess yeah, I'm definitely more libertarian. So, but I'm definitely not like left, you know. And I'm 100% not right. I'm just kind of here. So I guess I'm a libertarian left, but closer to centralist. I guess that's what you call that. Donald Trump, China, build a wall. I agree with most of what you said while I was in here. That's very interesting, actually. Yeah. I'm sure we disagreed on a lot of things. I'm not sure where you are on the scale, but I'm gonna guess you're like where I am in terms of libertarianism. I'm gonna guess economically you're gonna be a little more right than me. But even then, like, I think these days we agree a little more on issues. I've educated myself a lot more. I used to be very, very right here. And then I used to be very here. The last time I took it, I was right here. But now I'm right there. So it looks like I was way over here, then way over here, and now I'm kind of more. So yeah, I've definitely matured. Cool. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Let's do it. Snipping tool. While I'm here, I think I have one more rare treat for everybody at 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to react to a video from a very special video. I don't know why I all of a sudden remembered it. All I know is I think it'd be pretty funny to react to it. Anyway, hold up. Let me move to my face again. Hello, this is my face. Welcome to my face. Yes, hello. It's very lovely here. We love my face. It's just quite schmexy. Okay, there we go. Politicked map thing. Perfect. Cool. It's saved. Now I'm going to close down the political compass. And I'm going to come back here. 2:30. 2:30 beautiful eyes. Thank you. I love my eyes too. God, this is stupid. Okay. So I'm sure you guys have heard of BuzzFeed, right? Yeah, my eyes are better. They are. I love your eyes way more. Anyways, yeah, so they are greenish gray. My eyes are green, but on camera they appear, here, if I turn it on, they appear almost kind of gray. But I assure you, in real life, they're actually quite green. Like, green. It's funny. Shut up! Women! Woman! Okay, when I first watched this video, I was very, 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 very more right-leaning. So, let's see where, okay, let's see how I stand on this video now. I used to hate everything about it. Let's see if that changes at all. Okay, so, hi, this is me. I'm down here in the corner now. Let's turn it on. Let's turn on, music so that you guys can at least hear what they're saying. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, OBS is not responding. What? Yes, it is. It's responding, you bitch, baby. Okay. I don't know why, I just have a feeling this is somehow making things worse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete window capture for now, and I am going to use a display capture instead. I'm sure that will actually make things worse. People say it does all the time. Anyway, yeah, remember this abomination, guys. This is 36 questions women have for men. And once again, I hated this video when I watched it for the first time. And I'm curious where I'll stand on a lot of things now. They're probably going to talk about manspreading in here. Oh, I know for a fact they are. I remember they do. Anyway, let me know if things start lagging. Let's answer their questions. Like, genuinely answer their questions.
How does it feel to be this?
Hello, hello, computer. Computer. Yeah, okay. Turns out they were right. It did make things worse. I should stop using display capture. Don't give me that dumb face. It's dumb.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
Good question. Shut up. Shut up. I'm closing. Shut up. Woman. Anyways, yeah. Hi, I'm just... Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I have a feeling this is probably not helping either. So that's going away. The less stuff my computer has to render, the better this will be for all of us. How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump? We're already starting off strong. You didn't hear it because I have to reopen the fucking video.
Did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole...
Yeah. I turned off music so that you guys couldn't hear that. But you heard, get Geico! Geico, see all the ways you could save. Okay. We're gonna watch the video in glorious 480p because I can't really apparently load things anymore. And that's the best I'm gonna be able to do. So I'm sorry? I guess I'm sorry? Not really, but sure. I just want to watch this garbage video and complain about how stupid they are. Or maybe compliment how smart they are, but most likely talk about how stupid they are, because I remember this video sucking nards. Nards? Some nards. Probably a couple nards, I don't know. You think I pay attention to how much nards someone's sucking? No. I'll barely pay attention to how much nards I have. My mouse has just completely stopped working. There's no mouse no more. I can't mouse no more. What is going on? I can't mouse. Where's mouse? I don't want to look at your face. Mouse. Please, mouse. Ah. Hi, mouse. No, I don't want it. It did it anyway. As you can tell, I'm having fun. So much fun. Oh no. Now I can't even open OBS. OBS. I pressed run as administrator. These should not be problems that are happening. Women have for men. If I remember correctly, this video actually used to be called 36 Questions Feminists Have for Men. That's if I'm remembering things correctly, though, because I probably am not. Because the last time I watched this video, I was in 6th grade. I was 12. We're gonna put that on my face. We're gonna put it underneath. I'm having fun, guys. I'm having so much fun. Wow. I can't believe the innovative content that's going on right now. I can't believe it's not butter. Wow. It's crazy how it's not working. Whoa. Funny, right? It's almost as if this sucks. Drop. Release. Release. Loon losing it at 2:30 a.m. Yeah. You've just described my content at this point anyway. Ugh. Maybe it's my face cam that's making things bad. I'll just turn off my face cam for now. Yeah, in the meantime, just listen to my voice, okay? We're just gonna listen to me complain. Okay, we're not gonna watch me complain. Let's see if things will actually go my way now. Or if things are gonna suck the entire time. Disable my preview because I don't need to see what's going on OBS. I need less CPU power happening. So let's do this. Let's jump into the fucking video, please. Please, I swear to Christy. I swear to Christy. Please work. No. Christy, you failed me. Christy. I had faith in you, Christy. You can't rely on Christy, guys. Christy's not real.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
How does it feel to be the same sex as the person I disagree with? How does it feel to be the same sex as Hitler? You put the BS in OBS. Haha. Good one. You just ruined their whole career, man. How's he gonna get a job now? How's OBS gonna have a page unresponsive? Oh, wait. I mean, come on. If anything, these videos have taught me that women prefer patient men. Sexism, am I right, guys? I love sexism. Ha 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 ha. Women, am I right? I can't wait to get canceled for saying that YouTube is not receiving enough video. You know what? Look at nothing. Just look at this background while I fix shit. While I fix everything. Because apparently we can't have nice things. Oh, okay. So now it's playing video and audio. I want to at least watch the video. How did it shut up? Shut up. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. Qwerty, yet work. And green knuckles kissing pink knuckles. Lovely. All right, let's answer their questions, okay? Because they asked, and we're kind. We're going to answer their questions today. Hello, lady. Hello. Okay, by the way, this is called 36 questions women have for men, and it says, how does it feel to be the same sex as Trump? And to that I say, did you forget trans men existed? They're not the same sex as Donald Trump, but they're men, so...
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
Feels great.
Why do you hate rom-coms?
I
Or
don't.
Do you just feel like you need to hate them?
Everybody likes The Notebook.
I don't.
Everybody likes Beyond.
I don't like either of those.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies?
When y'all
I
easily
don't.
just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
Who?
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Why
I
are you surprised
don't.
when women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than
No, you're not. This is all going too fast. I can't
Why do you
pause.
think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
9 times out of 10.
I
I
don't.
just want you to leave too. I'm busy.
I don't hook up. That's the thing. Okay. A lot of questions just happened, and I couldn't answer them all because they went too fucking fast, and the pause button was not working. So let's try this again. Media and entertainment. Everything is going awry. Oh, I love my job. Can I watch it in just 144p? Please? Can I at least watch it in 144p? And then just put good video quality over this if I end up doing a reaction video at a future date. Please, it's almost 3. I want to sleep soon. I just want to react to one video and then go to sleep. Please. Please. At least let me do that.
Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes
Shut
It's just a fact.
Shut
Why do you
up.
make women sit
Shut
around
up.
and talk about men in movies?
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs.
Shut up. This fucking thing is breaking me. Experiencing interruptions? Find out why. No way. I can't believe it, guys. I'm experiencing interruptions. Who would have thought? Anyway, What if I open Chrome as administrator? Will that change anything? No? Okay. Chrome. Yeah, I can't open as it. Okay, well, what about Firefox? Will Firefox work? I guess I have Firefox. Why not? We'll try it. I don't use Firefox, but we'll see. I counted to 50. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you. You know what would be even better? If I could actually be proud of my computer. I'm proud of you. I'm not proud of my fucking garbage ass laptop. I need a fucking computer. But I need a phone I need a new phone before I get a new computer. I need a job. I need a job where I'm paid money. Real American dough. So that I can buy things. Firefox, you're open. Not now. I don't want to make you my default browser. I just want to watch a piece of shit video. Please. Please do that for me. Please. 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 Okay. I'm just gonna set that there while it loads Firefox. Please. Please, Firefox, please. Be my savior. It was working fine there. But will it work if I put this? Probably not. Let's find out. Alright. Webcam off. It's out of there. And now we just listen.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
I mean, at least it's kind of working. Feels fine, by the way.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel
I don't hate rom-coms. In fact, I actually quite enjoy some rom-coms. You're generalizing quite a bit there. I don't hate all rom-coms. I just hate a lot of rom-coms. But I don't hate all rom-coms, so fuck you.
like you need to hate them?
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody.
No, I don't. And she's about to say everyone likes Beyonce. I don't hate Beyonce, but I don't love Beyonce. So it's not a fact. It just stop. No. Okay. You know what? One of my favorite movies is a rom-com. It's called Mean Girls. I love that movie to bits and pieces. I guess but I have a penis, so I'm not allowed to like it. I guess that's what they're saying. Okay, sorry. I should clarify, not all men have penises. Unlike what these people think. They think all men have penises because they're stupid. Anyway.
He likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
It's
Why
not.
do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies?
Oh, you like rom-coms? Like rom-com movies. You know, the ones you just complained about us not liking? Men no like rom-com? Oh, but you make them talk about men in movie? I mean, it was from rom-com, but whatever. Rom-coms have women sit around talking about men in movies. Yeah, I don't write women talking about I don't write women talking about men in movies. I write television series and comic books where badass women and men fight dragon things together in the Wild West, or fight an alien monster that's a shapeshifter, but totally not a ripoff of it, but kind of is because it came out around the same, or was being written around the same time it was announced, but like it was merely coincidental, but it's totally a ripoff. Anyway, the point is, I don't write about women talking about men in movies. The people who write rom-coms do.
Y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
Why do you automatically
Okay, who talks about boobs for hours? Those people are just fucking weird. Anyone who does that is fucking weird. Okay, you want to know who does that? Mark Vu Ross. People like that do it. You want to know what me and my friends talk about? Me and the boys talk about? Oh, you know, pop culture, movies, video games, TV shows, comic books, regular books, anime, animation. We rarely fucking talk about boobs. The last time I talked about boobs was this conversation. I said boobs, I guess during the stream. I said, oh yes, sex, boobs, but that was a joke. Anyway, I don't talk about boobs for hours. The last time I talked about boobs was a long ass time ago, and it was for like 3 seconds.
assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Why are you surprised when women are funny?
I'm probably funny.
Shut your face. Okay, I'll answer all 3 of those questions. Firstly, I don't hate movies with women as the main character or automatically assume that a movie will suck because there's a female character in it. Because guess what? That's not how characters work or how appeal works. Here's how it does work. Oh, I love Black Widow. She's a total badass. And she happens to be a woman. I don't even think about it. She's just so cool that I like her. Oh, but what about Captain Marvel? Every 5 seconds, they gotta remind you that because she's a woman, she's a badass. I mean, sure, women are badass, don't get me wrong, but also, like, if that's the entire point of the movie is to say, well, this woman's a badass, look at how badass this woman is. It's like, okay, or, you know, you could just show us that she's a badass, like, you know, literally every other fucking superhero ever. Don't tell us that they're a badass. Show us that they're a badass. That's the difference. You know, Ripley from the Alien series, fucking love that. You know what? I loved Kill Bill, both of them, for that matter. And guess what? All of those female leads. Crazy how my taste isn't based on gender. Whoa. Anyway, why am I surprised when women are funny? I'm not. Actually, I'm never surprised when anyone is funny. If someone is funny, I just think, man, that person is funny. Never once am I like, women can't be funny. I am ironically I do that, but that's because there's fucking stupid people. It's a joke I make, but I don't think women are incapable of being funny, and I'm not shocked when they are funny. Let me think. And to that one person who said I'm probably funnier than you, you're not funnier than me, because I have a feeling that your definition of comedy, this is just my guess, your definition of comedy is probably just calling someone a racial slur and then saying, just kidding, it was a joke. Haha, haha, funny, right? No. Piss off. You're not funnier than me. This lady right here. What the fuck is up with you?
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too.
Okay. Firstly, I don't hook up because I am 17 and it is a lockdown. And also, I don't think that's really healthy. But I mean, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. But, okay. I'll give you a point for that one, because I don't know men like that. I'm sure there are men like that. I'm not going to deny that fact. So, I can criticize that this is questions you have for men, and so far it's been only cis men, and so far it's been generalized statements about some men. So, not all men. That okay. I'm about to say it. I agree, not all men. However, men are the majority in those like rape cases. But that's not the point of this video. The point is you have questions for men and you're only asking some men, but generalizing it as all men. So, the fuck's your problem? Guess who isn't a streamer and I can actually sleep right now? Haha, me. I'm actually go to sleep. Good stream. It was very professional sounding. Thank you very much, Landon. I was very happy to have you here. Sorry I wasn't able to read that sooner. I've just been so busy with fixing technical issues. Anyway, yeah, thanks for coming in. Good night. Sleep tight. And also happy early birthday. I'm getting your gift as we speak. I can't wait to see you this weekend. Anyway, back to the garbage video. This video is only 3 minutes long.
I'm busy. I got shit to do.
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged? When men do it, they're congratulated.
Why do you consider
Okay,
a woman
okay,
a teen
stop.
if she doesn't sleep?
Stop! Shut your face! Okay, here we go. Let me answer that question. No. No one slut shames anymore. I mean, women slut shame other women. Statistically, they slut shame other women more than men slut shame women. And statistically, it's statistics, okay? But you know what? We'll just say fuck statistics because statistics are stupid. So, yeah, take this from a guy, and like on behalf of most men, we don't congratulate other guys for sleeping around. We call them man whores. Just kidding. I just call them whores because they're fucking. They act like it's an accomplishment. Okay, I think. I don't give a shit if you're sleeping around, okay? That's the thing. So long as we're not in a relationship, I'm not into the open relationship thing. If we're in a relationship and you're like sleeping around with a lot of people, that's not okay. But if you're just sleeping around with a lot of people, you're not a slut. That's just what you want to do. But if you're doing it as like to add to your body count and say, look at how many people I've slept with, I'm so cool. Yeah, then fuck you. You're a slut. I actually call men whores more than I call women. Maybe that's just because mostly men try to do sex out of accomplishment stuff. But yeah, most men don't find that shit very, you know, like, oh yeah, that's, congrats man, you fucked a woman, good job. Oh, congrats dude, you fucked another person. Oh yeah, I didn't see that one coming. You're so special and cool and everybody loves you because you fucked somebody else other than that one person you fucked last week. No. No one thinks that way except for douchebags. There's a song called Mr. Douchebag and it's about people who act that way. They're not congratulated. People think they're douchebags. Ugh. Loading.
With you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date.
In what world does no mean yes?
No means no.
Why do you say that?
Okay, that's a lot to unpack. Okay, so the first one was, why is it considered a tease if you wait till after the third date for sex, but you're called a slut if you have sex on the first date? are you talking to Mr. Douchebag? Because, yeah, he thinks that way. Most men don't think that way. It's not like a written rule, 3 dates and over and you're a tease. If that's all if you're thinking with your dick in terms of dates, I'm sorry, most of the time you're just kind of an ass. Okay? Like, I want to wait to have sex with someone. Like, if you wanted to have sex with me on the first date, so long as I'm consenting, cool. But, yeah, I don't think it makes you a slut if you want to sleep with someone on the first date. Personally, I'm gonna say personally, I wouldn't want to date on, yeah, okay, I should probably say I'm also not a Christian. But yeah, I'm one of those, like, wait till you get to know someone more before you stick your dick in them. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, you're not a slut if you want to sleep on the first date. The only people who think that way are douchebags. In what world does no mean yes? Once again, I could say, not all men. And technically that's true, but statistically men rape more than women, so, well, men get raped too. Yeah, by other men. So, I would say, you get a point. Except, here we go. I'm actually going to redact that point and give you a negative point, because here's why, okay? Okay. Rapists don't think no means yes. You want to know what rapists think? Bitch, I don't fucking care. If you said no, I'm gonna take you anyway. So, yeah, saying no means yes it's not a thing. No one thinks no means yes. Rapists just take what they want. And it's not cool. I'm not supporting rapists. But, they don't think that no means yes. Yeah, no means no. So, you get a point back. So far, you're at, like, 1 point. 2 points. We'll say 2 points. I'm being generous.
Women are too emotional to be leaders.
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
Why do you think that just because you're
Oh, that was actually a good question. Oh. Why is it that women are too emotional to be political officials? Like, they can't be political officials because they're too emotional. But when men get, like, when you call out a man for catcalling someone, it's out of their control. It's the same thing with rape. Boys will be boys. Haha. Yeah, that's a genuinely good question to bring up. And I'll give you 3 points for that, because that is a great point, okay? Saying that emotions are in things, right? They can't control their emotions, so therefore it was justified what they did. Also, no, women can't use them. They can't be in political positions because of emotions. Only men can have emotions. Yeah. Good question. 3 points. That puts you at 5 out of 15. I don't know. I'm not keeping track of this. I'm just saying random bullshit at this point. So far, this video sucks, but it is not as bad as I remembered it being. I thought it was way worse. And they asked one good question, they brought up one good fact, and then they just said a lot of generalizations. So for that reason, this video fucking sucks. But, at least they asked a few good questions. Can we move back like 4 seconds or so, just so I can hear their next question? These aren't even really questions, they're just statements. Really. It's 36 statements women have to generalize men.
By saying men just can't control themselves.
Why do you think that
just because I
nice
don't.
to me, I owe you my body.
Why would you ever send an unsolicited dick?
Oh, good question. Ask Mark. Yeah, maybe if you didn't, like, hook up with people, you wouldn't get dick pics? Just a thought. I don't know, maybe don't hook up with random strangers you met at the bar, and they won't...
Men just can't control themselves.
Why do you think that just because you're nice to me, I owe you my body?
Why would you?
You mean like an incel? Yeah, those people aren't congratulated by men. You know what they're called? Nice guys, incels, neckbeards, etc., etc. There's entire subreddits devoted to, like, laughing at these people. And no one thinks they're hip or cool. Only other neckbeards. So, assuming that all men are like that, yeah, pretty generalized. It'd be like if I said all women have periods. That's a generalization, and that's not true. Men can't get pregnant. Yes, they can. Don't generalize, please. Don't generalize. Please. It doesn't make you look good. It makes you look the opposite of good. It makes you look bad. Which you do. You look quite bad. What did they generalize? Oh yeah. Why do you think if you're nice to me, I owe you my body? Yeah. Ask nice guys. Most people don't think that way. Just stupid fucking neckbeards. And nice girls. Nice girls are just as bad. They're not as common as nice guys, but they're definitely a thing. People who claim that they're nice, therefore they deserve your feet pics or whatever, or sexual they suck and are not welcomed by men or women or non-binary or whatever. They suck. Okay, they just suck. Anyway, moving on to video. I hate this video. I hate it because it's bad.
Ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
How does it feel to
Okay. Sorry. It feels like you were about to say something about interrupting, and I paused. Sorry. I'll let you speak in a second. You were interrupting my thought. Sorry. I'll listen to your whole thing when I get there. Anyway, I can't answer these questions if you rapid fire them at me. So this one case of interruption, that's on you. Anyway, where was I going with this? What the fuck was the question? Shit. What the fuck was the question? I'm rewinding because I didn't hear it. I forgot it. I'm listening.
Ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
I wouldn't.
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments
that's
about
what it
women,
was.
but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
How does it
Okay. That would be a valid question to bring up. I am not one of those men. I know those men exist. And I remember I was watching this video with my stepmom around, and I remember complaining about how stupid that was because not all men. And he was like, yeah, actually I've met quite a few guys who are like this. Like, ah, shit. But once again, it's a generalization, and that's the problem. Like, these people do exist, and yeah, that's a valid question to bring up to those people. But why are you bringing it up to all men? That includes cis men, trans men, homosexual men, bisexual men, heterosexual men. But like, so far, all I'm hearing is cisgender, heterosexual male. Like, that's what I'm hearing. So this should be 36 questions women have for cisgendered men or cisgendered heterosexual men. That's a valid title because then it's like, okay, you're still generalizing that group of people, but it makes a little more sense. Anyway, hold up, someone's at the door. Microphone turn off. And we're back. Yeah, cool. All right. So yeah, there are people out there who are like, well, how dare you insult my sister? Also, you know, boobs pretty sexy. But like, that's a very small amount of men. They exist, but you're generalizing. And even when you cut it down to a smaller group, it's anyway.
Feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point during a meeting.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
I get that.
Okay. Some questions here. Why do I feel the need to interrupt you when you're making a point in a meeting? I don't work in the same place as you. I'm kidding. Haha. Obviously, they're talking about when specifically men interrupt women in general, like when they're in a meeting and trying to make a point. This is an occurrence. I'm not going to deny that fact. This is an occurrence. And it happens surprisingly more than you'd think. So I will give them another point. What's that? 6 points out of fucking, I don't know, 50? I bet you there isn't even like 36 questions. I don't care. The point is the point is this doesn't work when I watch this video because I'm not like that. But I mean, it's for men, so maybe it's not about me, it's about men. So let me think. So you're saying all men are like that? All straight men, all gay men, all bisexual men, all asexual men, all transgender men, all cisgender men, just all men. Everyone who identifies as a man is like this. Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. This is a very small group of people. These are like douchebags. Typically, they're the people who go riding around with MAGA hats storming the Capitol. Oh ho, politic commentary. Ooh. By the way, I don't hate people for supporting a politician, but I've already mentioned this on my Instagram story before. What happened on the Capitol was insurrection and terrorism. Anyone who supports it, fuck off, okay? Yeah. People are allowed to like Trump for his policies. I don't like Trump personally, but I understand if people do. But when you treat him as if he's the best candidate to ever exist and that the election was stolen, yada, yeah, it's bullshit, okay? Don't storm the fucking Capitol and destroy shit and kill people. Not cool. Not cool. Fuck off. Anyway, those type of people are the people they're talking about. The assholes who say grab them by the pussy unironically and say, I love pussy. It's gross. Gross. These people are gross. But like, that's a very small demographic of men. So like, to say for men in general is quite silly because you're generalizing all men based on a few bad experiences with some shitty men, which there are a lot of. So I'll be fair. But if you said 36 questions women have for douchebag men, I don't know, maybe then I'd be a little more accepting. But it's generalizing. Anyway. I'm tired. I don't want this anymore. Just fuck it. Oh yeah, they were talking about man spreading. Why do I need my legs so wide open? I have balls. They're between my legs. If I close my legs, my fucking balls will be crushed. And guess what? That's not a pleasant feeling. It's fine to spread your legs a little so that your balls don't get crushed, but like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stop answering these questions. One, I'm tired. Two, everyone's answered these fucking questions already. Three, who fucking cares? Yeah, welcome to my face. Okay, hi. I'll show you. Webcam. Look down. Hi, look at my floor. My dirty floor. Where there's... Ooh, okay. Man spreading. Literally... Let's see. Oh, I guess if you take the knees... It's that much space. For me, at least. This is man spreading, technically. This takes up one seat. Just fine. I also have big thighs and a fat ass, so maybe that's not helping. Anyway, if someone's sitting on a train like this, that's not man spreading, that's being an asshole, okay? So yeah, this is fair. This is being a dick, okay? Because you're trying to look at my nuts, look at my nuts, look at my nuts. I'm taking up 5 seats at once. Look at me and my special little nuts. Yeah, but this is man spreading. It's fine. It does not take up that much space. You know what takes up more space on buses for me? People with fucking one of these going like, oh hi, you wanted a seat? Too bad, my bag gets that seat. That's more trouble than men spreading their legs like, what, 4 inches because they have testicles. And I remember, okay, I'll tell you this. They're gonna say, well, I get you have balls, but you don't see me doing this because I have boobs. Actually, sometimes, yes, I do. However, it's slightly different because not all the time, the women who do this sometimes for their boobs have their boobs under their armpits a little bit. But most of the time, your badonkas are right here on your chest, not in between your pit and your arm and your armpit. So that's not a fair comparison. Yes, if your boobs were right here, then yeah, you would have to naturally probably do this a lot. That's what it's like for men, but between their legs. It is not the same for you. Do not say, well, I get that you have balls, but I have boobs and you don't see me doing it. Shut the fuck up. You don't know biology. I mean, you complained about being slut-shamed, but you act like... from the way this question seems, it's almost as if you've never been with a guy. Like you've never seen where the testicles are. Fucking dumbass. Well, you're just saying that because you're a conservative alt-right asshole. I took a political compass test before I even watched the video. I was a left libertarian. Yeah, like very libertarian. And like a little like more centralist, but I was pretty far to the left. I was like right there. Right there. That's where I was. That was the center. So like it was like this. Like, I don't know. What's your point? I'm a far right asshole. No, I'm not. Okay. Sure. Whatever. What your point? What's your point? I can't disagree with you because I'm white and cis? That doesn't make any sense. No, okay. That whole tangent was stupid. You can't complain about me being a far-right asshole when my political compass says otherwise, and also, I identify with a lot of things the left tends to lean to. Literally, that was the point of the video, was to show you, hey, this is what I think. You're allowed to disagree. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to agree with me. And I'm sure people will disagree with me, because you know what? That's perfectly human. Perfectly human. And I even support those people who are being stupid and saying that I'm a far-right troll asshole, even though I'm not, and I don't know why I think that, other than the fact that you're generalizing the fact that I'm a white man, a white cis man. Okay. This stream's gone on for too long. I'm tired. I'm gonna probably cut it out or something. I don't know. I don't care. If you made it this far, hi. Sorry, I'm rambling. And I'll probably regret saying everything I said in the whatever. Hi. Thank you for watching this far into the video. Please stop watching. I hope you already stopped watching. Please stop. Stop. Go away. Stop. Please. Please. Okay, you know what? If you want to make the argument that I'm a racist or a sexist or a homophobe, go ahead. That makes it. You could argue those, because those are not traits of either left or right. But you can't call me a Republican conservative troll asshole from 4chan who hates liberals, because that's the political compass said otherwise. Haha, got you real good. I've lost my fucking mind. Christ. Christy Almonds. Christy Almondy. Yeah. God. If you like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I make another video like this. You don't want to watch another video like this. Anyway, if you didn't like the video, fucking smash that dislike button. Smash it into the ground. Please, for the love of God. Do that, and leave a comment down below telling me what you didn't like, because your opinion is always valid to me, even if it's a negative one and you think I'm a bigot. I would love to hear your opinion. Please share. Criticism is welcome, unlike what some people think. I welcome criticism here. Yeah, everything is welcome. If you don't want to do it publicly through my comment section, I got news for you. Email therealsonicage27@gmail.com. That's right, therealsonicage27@gmail.com. There I will take video inquiries, video ideas, like business inquiries, video ideas, as well as criticism. Just don't spam me. Just don't spam. That's all I ask. Just don't. Anyway, Twitter @FromLoon on Twitter. It's yeah, I post video updates and random slams there. Basically, it's what my brain is like right now, but in text form. Fun. Anyway. Instagram. Follow if you want artwork, video updates, and IRL pictures. Ugh. Okay, follow Blue from Neptune if you want artwork, video updates, and IRL pictures. Email the real Sonic Edge 107 if you want to tell me something important, give me a video idea, criticize me, or send me memes. Please send me topics to talk about. I'm running out of ideas. Follow my Twitter. Basically just my brain, but at 4 in the morning. Follow me. Set me free. Brush my nuts. Yeah. Follow. We okay. Get out. Oh my god, it's my background, but without the green screen. How I do, I don't. With all that being said, thank you for fucking watching. I love you all. Goodbye.